If hell ever walked the earth, it walked in Auschwitz. Over 1 million people perished there, murdered, starved, gassed, or worked to death in one of the most notorious death camps in human history. Most did what they could to escape its horrors, but one man did something no one else dared. He chose to go there voluntarily. His name was Vold Pitki, and this is his story. Vold Pitki was born in 1901 in Russian-occupied Poland. He grew up modestly, served briefly during World War I, and after the war, settled into a quiet life. He married a schoolteacher, raised 2 children, and built a peaceful existence. There was nothing flashy about him, nothing that screamed hero, but that would change. On September 1st, 1939, Germany invaded Poland. 2 weeks later, the Soviets attacked from the east. It was the beginning of World War II, and Poland was caught in the jaws of 2 brutal empires. The Polish military was quickly overwhelmed, but the will to fight never died. Vold joined the growing resistance in Warsaw, a group called the Secret Polish Army. Though nearly 40, he became a steadying force for younger, more impulsive members. Some even called him the nanny. Then something strange started happening. Polish resistance fighters arrested and sent to a new German camp, Auschwitz, began dying in large numbers. Telegrams arrived announcing sudden deaths from illness. No explanations, no details. Something was very wrong. At a resistance meeting, one of the leaders turned to Vold and said, "A great honor has befallen you." They needed someone inside Auschwitz, someone calm, dependable, discreet, who could survive long enough to find out the truth. Vold didn't have to accept. He had a wife, children, and knew what could happen to them if he was caught. But he said yes. On September 19, 1940, during a German air raid in Warsaw, he allowed himself to be arrested under a false name, Tomasz Serafiński. He was loaded onto a train and taken to Auschwitz. The gates loomed ahead, bearing the chilling words, "Arbeit macht frei," work makes you free. It was a lie. As soon as prisoners stepped inside, the abuse began. Beatings, screaming, humiliation. Vold watched a man beaten to death just hours after arriving. At the delousing station, he was ordered to hold his prisoner number between his teeth. He hesitated and was struck in the face with a club, shattering 2 of his front teeth. Later he wrote, "I spat out the 2 teeth, par for the course." He was now prisoner 4859. The daily routine was a nightmare. Backbreaking labor, starvation, constant fear. Prisoners died by the hundreds. Vold helped build the camp's first crematorium, but amid the horror, he remembered why he had come. In October 1940, just weeks after arriving, he smuggled out the first report. A released prisoner carried it to Warsaw, and from there, it reached the Polish government in exile in London. This was the world's first eyewitness account of Auschwitz. Vold didn't stop there. He began organizing a secret resistance within the camp called ZOW, the Union of Military Organization. They boosted morale, sabotaged equipment, smuggled food, and collected more intelligence, risking everything. They even began preparing for an uprising. He urged the Allies to bomb the camp, not to destroy the Germans, but to give prisoners a chance to escape in the chaos or at least a quicker, cleaner death. The plea was ignored. As the war dragged on, Auschwitz changed. It no longer held just Polish political prisoners. Soviet POWs arrived, then Jews and Roma. The death toll escalated. In late 1941, the Nazis began testing a new killing method, Zyklon B gas, or liquid cyanide. It was first used on Soviet prisoners, then entire trainloads of people, men, women, and children, were sent straight from the platform to the gas chambers. Vold and his underground network watched in horror as Auschwitz transformed into a machine of mass murder. They sent out message after message, pleading again for the Allies to act. Still, nothing happened. The resistance managed to build a secret radio transmitter, an incredible feat inside a death camp. For months, they broadcast reports directly to London, but eventually someone talked. The Germans began cracking down. Vold dismantled the radio before they could trace it. Even in the darkest moments, they found ways to keep going.